Join with me now in the prayer of approach. Beloved God, you love all the children. Accept us in this hour as we come to you. Some come seeking forgiveness for their sins. Others come seeking relief from doubts, anxieties, or inner hurts. But your eternal love and will bless us far above all we dare ask or even dream. With reverence we worship and adore you, and in Jesus' holy name we so pray. Amen. I have a reading this morning which is sad, but joyful, uplifting, strengthening, even in the midst of our doubts. And what makes it even more dynamic, if you will, is that it is a true story. It's entitled The Sandpiper by Robert Peterson. She was 6 years old when I met her on the beach near where I live. I drive to this beach, a distance of 3 or 4 miles, whenever the world begins to close in on me. She was building a sandcastle or something, and looked up, her eyes as blue as the sea. "Hello," she said. I answered with a nod, not really in the mood to bother with a small child. "I'm building," she said. "I see that. What is it?" I said, not really caring. "Oh, I don't know. I just like the feel of the sand." That sounds good, I thought, and slipped off my shoes. A sandpiper glided by. "That's a joy," the child said. "It's a what?" "It's a joy. My mama says sandpipers come to bring us joy." The bird went gliding down the beach. "Goodbye, joy," I muttered to myself. "Hello, pain," and returned to walk on. I was depressed. My life seemed completely out of balance. "What's your name?" She wouldn't give up. "Robert," I answered. "I'm Robert Peterson." "Mine's Wendy. I'm 6. "Hi, Wendy." She giggled. "You're funny," she said. In spite of my gloom, I laughed too and walked on. Her musical giggle followed me. "Come again, Mr. P," she called. "We'll have another happy day." The next few days consisted of a group of unruly Boy Scouts, PTA meetings, an ailing mother. The sun was shining one morning as I took my hands out of the dishwasher. "I need a sandpiper," I said to myself, gathering up my coat. The ever-changing balm of the seashore awaited me. The breeze was chilly, but I strode along, trying to recapture the serenity I needed. "Hello, Mr. P," she said. "Do you want to play?" "What did you have in mind?" I asked with a twinge of annoyance. "I don't know. You say." "How about charades?" I asked sarcastically. The tinkling laughter burst forth again. "I don't know what that is," she said. "Let's just walk." Looking at her, I noticed the delicate fairness of her face. Where do you live?" I asked. "Over there," she pointed toward a row of summer cottages. Strange, I thought, in winter. "Where do you go to school?" "I don't go to school. Mummy says we're on vacation." She chatted little girl's talk as we strolled up the beach, but my mind was on other things. When I left for home, Wendy said it had been a happy day. Feeling surprisingly better, I smiled at her and agreed. 3 weeks later, I rushed to my beach in a state of near panic. I was in no mood to even greet Wendy. I thought I saw her mother on the porch and felt like demanding that she keep her child at home. "Look, if you don't mind," I said crossly when Wendy caught up with me, I'd rather be alone today. She seemed unusually pale and out of breath. Why? She asked. I turned to her and shouted, because my mother died. I thought, my God, what am I saying to this little child? Oh, she said quietly, then this is a bad day. Yes, I said, and yesterday, the day before, and, oh, go away. Did it hurt? She inquired. Did what hurt? I was exasperated with her now, with myself. When she died? Of course it hurt, I snapped, misunderstanding. Wrapped up in myself, I strode off. A month or two after that, when I next went to the beach, she wasn't there. Feeling guilty, ashamed, and admitting to myself I missed her, I went up to the cottage after my walk and knocked at the door. A drawn-looking young woman with honey-coloured hair opened the door. Hello, I said, I'm Robert Peterson. I missed your little girl today, and I just wondered where she was. Oh yes, Mr. Peterson, come in. Wendy spoke a lot about you. I'm afraid I allowed her to bother you. She was a nuisance. Please accept my apologies. Not at all. She's a delightful child, I said, suddenly realizing that I meant what I had just said. Wendy died last week, Mr. Peterson. She had leukemia. Maybe she didn't tell you. Struck dumb. I groped for a chair. I had to catch my breath. She loved this beach, so when she asked to come, we couldn't say no. She seemed so much better here and had a lot of what she called happy days. But the last few weeks, she declined rapidly. Her voice faltered. She left something for you. If only I can find it. Could you wait a minute while I take a look? I nodded stupidly, my mind racing for something to say to this lovely young woman. She handed me a smeared envelope with Mr. P, written in bold, childish letters. Inside was a drawing in bright crayon hues, a yellow beach, a blue sea, and a brown bird. Underneath was carefully printed, a sandpiper to bring you joy. Tears welled up in my eyes, and a heart that had almost forgotten to love opened wide. I took Wendy's mother in my arms. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I uttered over and over again as we wept together. The precious little picture is framed now and hangs in my study. 6 words, one for each year of her life, that spoke to me of harmony, of courage, and an under-demanding love. A gift from a child with sea blue eyes and hair the colour of sand, who taught me the gift of love. A true story happened over 20 years ago, and the incident changed his life forever. To serve as a reminder to all of us that we need to take time to enjoy living and life and each other. The price of hating other human beings is loving oneself less. Life is so complicated. The hustle and the bustle of everyday dramas can make us lose focus about what is truly important or what is only momentarily a setback and crisis. This week, be sure to give your loved ones an extra hug, and by all means, take a moment, even if it's only 10 seconds, to stop and smell the roses. Music.